Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Sun's going down here, and it looks like we got ourselves another beautiful evening and maybe even a nice weekend. Well, anyway, let's move along to Precious Metals reports and what's been happening. The month of September I've been talking about, it's just usually a quiet month. I've been in business for so many years, and every September for the last 40 years I've always said, oh my gosh, it's so quiet here. Are we going out of business? But, you know, that's just where we live in South Florida. I don't know about your industry or what you do for a living, but my months in September, in our industry in general, here in our local area down here in September, has always been quiet. Well, this September, maybe not so quiet. We were kind of pretty darn busy the first couple weeks. There's been some spotty times where it's kind of quieted up a little bit. But I guess after 30, 40 years of doing this, and remembering Septembers are always quiet, and remember, for the last 39 years, I panicked every September. I'm realizing it's just really, maybe I'm maturing a little bit, that September, again, for precious metals across the country in general, it just seems like a quiet month. Maybe it's because kids go back to school and everything or whatever. Maybe it's a change of seasons. We're getting over the hot months. Anyway, I like this little thing. Keep calm and welcome September, because I know I'm a little bit late welcoming September, but I have spoke a couple times that Septembers are typically really slow times for precious metals. I mean, this is I've been doing this so long that I kind of noticed trends, and again, anyone that's been doing precious metals physical sales, or even I think maybe even just looking at the price for all these years, day in, day out, like people like guys like us or ladies like us do on a daily basis, you start to notice trends and patterns. And September is just a frickin' boring month every year. October brings lots of surprise, because out of all the years that I've been doing this, you never know what to expect in October. It could just be a blockbuster. It could just be one way or another. However, I'm going to give you a little hint. I think that even though September is going to be a boring month, we're going to be in this trading range of 1900 to 2000, and silver is going to be 25 to 28 or 29 or something like that. I think that for the month of September, you can pretty much go to sleep a little bit. We're in a range-bound kind of 1900 to 2000 area, I think for the rest of the month, unless something really crazy happens. So I think that you don't have to worry about it. You can kind of pick your days, and you're going to be able to buy anywhere between 1900 and 2000 for the month of September. October, all bets are off, in my opinion. And I think the same thing with silver. Let's take a look, and here's my dealer subscription service that I like to look. We're going to take a look at spot prices, spot metal prices. CCE has been around for a long time, this company here. Actually, when I started working for my dad in the summers, this goes back to like 1972, 1973 or something like that. They used to have this machine, this service right here, CCE, which is coin prices, precious metal prices, all kinds of bullion dealers. Again, subscription service only for dealers, and it's not that cheap. But this machine right here, what I'm looking at right here, used to come across on what they call a teletype machine. We used to have to like type these cards out. I remember when I first saw my dad doing it, typing cards out, feeding them into a machine so you could type messages to other dealers, and then of course you see messages, trading floor, blah, blah, blah. But I'll go into that another time. This is kind of a cool, interesting system. I think I can show you without violating any laws or anything, or copyrights. Anyway, let's take a look at world spot prices here and see what's happened. New York spot prices closed at 1952, and what did I say yesterday? I thought it was going to be par value, maybe slightly higher, maybe a little bit, just around par value. September is kind of one of those months where, you know, again, we're range bound. So just pick your day, relax. I don't think you're going to have to worry about it shooting up too much in price if you're waiting for your next annuity check to come in, or whatever money come in to buy precious metals. Don't panic. I think you got to, you know, I think we're going to be in that 1900 to 2000 range, and kind of in the middle there, 1925, 1975. So you're fine. Same thing with silver. I think you're fine, because this market is far from over. Platinum, same thing. You know, I had a conversation with someone about platinum today. Everyone thinks platinum is underpriced, and I do as well, but still it has not made these moves. If it was truly underpriced, don't you think it would be showing it by now? Silver has shown that it's been somewhat underpriced by making that huge move from 20 to 20, or basically 17, 18, 19, then up to 27 like a rocket, staying around this $25 plus area. So silver has made its move, but platinum just has not made its move. So if it hasn't, when will it? Will it? And again, I am under no doubt in my mind that these three metals are going to keep going up. But I don't think that we're going to start to see any of these until we start to see bubble territory. I don't think we're going to start to see any of these particular, especially silver and platinum, move up substantially more percentage-wise than gold. I just think we're going to see these three metals move in tandem. Again, that's just my opinion. And palladium, you know what? Talk to someone else, a couple of people. I don't give a shit about palladium anymore. Nobody buys it. Nobody sells it. Nobody trades it. Hardly. I'm not going to say nobody. That's really an incorrect and untrue statement. But hardly any people trade this metal. Why it's even up on the tickers, I don't even know. Why they even make coins or bullion out of it, I don't even know. It's an industrial metal used for catalytic converters and some other crap. Take it off the charts. Quit buying it. I think it's highly controlled by Canadians, South Africans, and Russians. It's a cartel that controls those prices of palladium and platinum somewhat as well, but not so much. Anyway, God, boy, I really rail on palladium. I just don't like that metal. I don't know why. Maybe it did something wrong to me in a past life. So, just joking. Anyway, we are at Friday. It's closed. The New York spot prices are closed. World spot prices are closed. They're not going to reopen until 9/20/2020, 1800 Eastern Standard Time. And what this tells me, it did close. World spot prices closed a little bit lower than New York spot prices, but you know, another trend I noticed is that when the world spot prices close higher than New York that day, it typically means that it's going to open. New York will open higher or close higher the following day, and that's kind of a trend I've been following. However, we see a little $2 difference here, and September's been a really weird month because gold and silver hasn't done a lot, nor has platinum, and palladium I don't give a crap about. So, but anyways. Gold, silver, and platinum haven't really done much in September, and that's typical. As I said, we are in the keep calm and welcome September. Not a lot of trading going on. I've seen this for years and years and years, and I think we're just following that pattern. A boring month for gold and silver and precious metal trades. Always, September, always is, in my opinion. Again, go look at the chart yourself if you don't believe me. I remember these trends. I remember all the years, and my memory is still pretty good. So for the month of September, for precious metals people, you can kind of go to sleep. Typically in the past, I don't know what the future holds. We could go crazy from here on out, but typically what I've seen is don't worry about it. If you don't have the money to buy gold or silver right now and you think it's going to rocket, I don't think so. I think October is going to be our month when we start to see what really is going to shake out and what happen here. And again, elections are coming up. So let's move past that. Love this article, by the way. I was just looking at this under, why can't I read articles like this in Wall Street Journal, the so-called respectable financial paper or online journal? But anyways, I haven't, and I haven't seen. But institutional demand will drive gold even higher. Von Greiser says, warns central banks are panicking. Well, we know central banks are panicking. Why the hell would they print all this money and be bailing everybody out if they weren't panicking? Well, that's pretty easy to figure out. But I suggest go to Zero Hedge, type in this institutional demand will drive gold on your Google search, type in Zero Hedge after that. You'll come up with this article. Read it for yourself. Tell me what you think in comments. I did like this little chart, and it's kind of saying, what have I been saying for the last 6 months on my little videos, or 4 months, maybe I exaggerate. I don't know how long I've been doing these daily videos. It seems like a long time. But I've been talking about the currency of all the worlds. And United States currency is still the top dollar out there. It's just we are the top dollar. We are the top dog. We are still the Bretton Woods agreement, somewhat, even though we violated that agreement many times over. But we are still the world's reserve currency to some degree. And take a look at this. Compared to gold, 1971 U.S. dollars, $35 an ounce, $15 in British pounds. I'll let you take a look at this. It's pretty easy to figure. 2000, $288 an ounce. 2020, $1,900 an ounce. A drop in currency value compared to gold, 85%. We are still a top dog on the race to the bottom. We're not the top dog on the race to the bottom. What do they call that? The last horse to the glue house. And if you don't know what that phrase really means, the glue house is where all the horses go to die and become glue, because they used to make horses or they used to make glue out of the horses. If you didn't know that, do a Google search. I didn't make that stuff up, and please don't be mad at me for bringing it up. But anyways, and that little saying really means that whoever gets to the glue house first is really the loser, and whoever gets to the glue house last is really the winner. And what this really is a race to the bottom, and the US dollar is going to finish last in this race to the bottom. When they say dollar strength, they don't mean that the dollar is stronger and you're going to buy more with your dollar. What they really mean is that it is the least weakest out of all the currencies. So it just kind of shows that gold has held its own. The money in your pocket, in your bank account, and the money that your investments in your homes denominated in has not. So take that for what it's worth, and let me move along here because I don't want this report to be too long. Wall Street Journal markets. Let's see. Would they say anything about gold and silver since gold is above 1900? Silver is really at a high. No, soybeans. Interesting. I can't tell you how much I really think that commodities, let's take a look at it, how much the Wall Street Journal and the investment world hates gold. And you can't blame them. They love gold when it's an ETF or a paper instrument that they can handle and they can trade for you and make money off of. But when you buy a gold coin or a silver coin or whatever bar and you have that at your home, these guys don't make a freaking dime. None of these traders, Wall Street doesn't make a dime off that. That's why they hate gold and silver. It's also a great hedge against these guys too. So listen, there's a place for investments in Wall Street or in stocks and bonds and that stuff. And I really sincerely believe that. I wish I knew more about it to explain it. And I don't, and I'll fully admit that. However, there's a great place for gold and silver in portfolios too, and they just never talk about it. So anyways, let me kind of move along here. Oh, hey, great article. I want you to take a look at this. Tom Lungo, TOMLUONGO.ME 2020. Anyway, just do even easier. Just do a Google search for Market Friday. We house arrested some folks. I love this guy. Read this guy's daily blogs, what he writes. I can't read enough of him. He's wonderful. I'm not going to go into what he talks about. He talks about COVID and some other things, but really, he's more economically geared and not so much politically geared. But you can't help in today tie politics and economics in the same thing. It's just a fact of life, and you have to face it. Anyway, great writer. Love this guy. Take a look at his articles anytime you can. It'd be my suggestion. Also, I want to thank all these great people that have given us great reviews on Google over the years. Also Yelp, too. We got a few Yelp reviews. Even though I'm not a big fan of Yelp, and they tried to extort money from me one time, but I shouldn't say that. But anyways, they said, well, if you want to keep getting good reviews, never mind, I won't say that. But we got some great reviews on Yelp. And but most of all, Google, man, 41 reviews, good reviews. And most of all, here, listen, you want to read my reviews, I advise you go to my lowest rating reviews first and read these. Because really, if you want to learn about somebody, read the low reviews. Don't go to the highest ones. Sometimes they're kiss-ass reviews. Not always, but sometimes they are. But read the low ones too. And also, when you go to a business and you look at their Google reviews, it's not just about the review itself. Look and see what the owner responds, how the owner responds, because that's very important too. If an owner responds badly or doesn't respond at all, that tells you a lot that they really don't care about what people are saying about them. And online is the way to go. You got to care about what people say about you online, and we do. Anyway, I want to thank all these people that have given us great Google reviews. Eric, not Eric, by the way. No, I didn't want to thank any of these people. And by the way, you got to read some of these reviews too. They're actually pretty funny. I shouldn't say that, but they are. My bad reviews are actually, some of them are pretty funny, comical to some degree, and thankfully I did respond to them. As far as all these people that gave us great reviews, man, I can't say enough. Thank you so much. Jeffrey Levy, by the way, customer, gave us a review on Google, a video review. Man, thanks, Jeff. I really appreciate it. And let me throw one back at you here. I'd like to thank Jeffrey at the Levy firm, law firm, for giving me such a wonderful review. If you get a chance, check out his review. Local, by the way, local attorney. What I talk about all the time, doing business locally. Local attorney Jeffrey Levy. Take a look at his review of me here, and please go take a look at his site too. Great guy. great customer, and I really appreciate your review, Jeff, as well. And highly recommend that my customers take a look at what Jeff does. Anyway, thanks for the review, Jeff. And this is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. I usually have my website up here, but obviously my site is down for some strange reason. So I kind of pulled up the Google, or I don't know what website it is, but the Google site, and it shows if you search in rare coins in Broward County, this should come up here, and that's actually me right there. So anyway, and again, I will try to have that video on old grease bars up and the video on taxes up this weekend for you. If not, I'll get at least one of them up, and I'll get the other one up the following weekend. And that's really about it. Thanks for watching. This is Brian Kuzmar, Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in Lauderdale by the Sea. Call me anytime at 954-493-8811 between 10 and 4, Mondays through Fridays, for any live prices on all types of precious metals, silver, gold, and platinum. Don't call me about palladium, please. I'm just joking. If you really want it, I'll do it. But anyways, thanks for watching, and have yourself a great weekend. Talk to you soon.